2 nights, a 2-part series of Paranormal Quest at Cresson Sanatorium and Prison.
The f was that, man? Hello?
Whoa, what the hell was that, dude?
We are going to be trying to communicate with a real-life monster.
Whoa. What? Dude, that's what it was.
Are you serious?
No way.
What?
Wow.
We have 1 more night left to go.
Night 2 at Cresson.
You never know what you're going to get here at Cresson.
There's been an estimated 30,000 to 40,000 deaths.
There have been people that have reported being scratched in here, seeing a crawler.
Dude, no way, it's getting closer.
Oh my God.
Were you filming down there?
We'll follow her.
Ooh, Jesus.
Wait, that's never gone off.
I'm rolling. Do you see us down here?
That door moved right there.
I'm gonna cry.
All over this broad land of ours, a bitter war is being fought against tuberculosis.
If you were diagnosed with TB, that was a death sentence.
As a little girl, Cresson meant to me torture.
All right, guys, Jason, we are here night 2 at Cresson. Thank you to Amy and Jared for inviting us back for another night. And we're standing outside of one of the original buildings.
Beautiful building, the old Maple House School, built in 1932.
Yeah, and this is going to be a part of the complex here at Cresson Sanatorium and Prison that we have never gotten to investigate before. When we first came here in 2021, we stood outside this building to do our introduction to the investigation, but never once did we actually set foot in this building that night. And the last time I was here last year, it was closed down because they were setting up their Halloween attraction. So this building is completely untouched by Paranormal Quest on the 2 investigations that we've had here. Now, the cool trick about tonight's investigation is really we aren't even going to need to come back up to this ground level once we start investigating, because all 3 of the buildings that we are going to investigate on this night are connected by a tunnel system that runs underneath of our feet, underground, and those tunnels are said to be haunted too. So this is going to be an interesting night. But before we jump into that, Jason, let's talk about what you did last night, because just as an experiment to see what you could capture, you left a recorder in the RHU overnight until we arrived back here today at Cresson.
Yes, I did. Left the recorder in there and figured, maybe it'll record for 4 or 5, maybe 6 hours, it'll hold up. And to Dave and I's surprise, when we went to retrieve the recorder a little bit ago, when I grabbed it, the red light was still on, couldn't believe it. So I've got about 14 hours of coverage, literally from the time we left to the time we returned today, 14 hours to listen to, so.
That's right. And we don't know yet what he captured on his recorder, but at the time that you're watching this, he's gone through it, he's reviewed it, and this is what he captured. But with that, let's head inside building 1 here and go to the 3 areas that we want to focus on, the 3 different buildings. And let's travel between them through the tunnel system. And who knows what's gonna happen. I've already had an experience in this building today, which I'll talk about when we get to the spot where it happened.
Oh yeah. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's head inside.
Let's go. Here we go, Cresson, night 2. Oh, wow.
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 You've never even stepped into this building, have you?
Never. No, this is beautiful woodwork.
Nicknamed the White Death, tuberculosis or consumption was believed to be incurable until the mid-20th century. Everyone feared the White Plague, and at the turn of the 19th century, the world was witnessing around 7 million fatal cases every single year. The disease had taken the lives of 1 in 7 people who had ever lived.
Of all infectious diseases, tuberculosis is still the greatest killer.
By the time Cresson Sanatorium was built in 1913, things were better, but not by much.
As a SAN, I know there's been an estimated 30 to 40,000 deaths total that we know of. I'm sure there are a lot of unrecorded deaths as well, just being in that time period where, sometimes they're dying so fast that you don't have the records all the time either.
And this disease did not discriminate. Young or old, it would take almost all those who contracted it.
It was originally called the Maple House, and it was built in 1932. It was a children's school when it was a sanatorium, and it was also home for the healthy children whose parents were there with tuberculosis. And eventually, unfortunately, the kids got sick and they turned it into a children's ward at one point.
Now, one thing that they report quite a bit in here is they talk about the sounds of children and, of course, the voices, the footsteps. Children, especially during the time that this was a tuberculosis hospital, they spend a lot of time in here. So, trigger objects might be a good thing to use in here. The cat balls, the REM pods, those things might be more effective in here trying to communicate with curious children who will touch the lights and make the music box, the paranormal music box, play. There's a lot to cover in this building alone.
There's a lot of different activity in there. There's a big shadow figure in the basement. I'm not sure kind of where that's come from, but it's very tall. It's taller than the doors down there, and they're about 80-inch doors. And then I've had all kinds of people tell me that they've heard screaming. There's sounds like things being dragged above you. So it's a lot of different activity, audible voices, footsteps.
Should we see what's behind door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? What do you think?
Let's ladies' choice.
Ladies' choice.
Ooh, let's go. Which one's creepiest? I say we go that way.
Door number 1?
Yeah, door number 1.
Let's do it. Let's see what's behind door number 1.
This building has a totally different vibe from almost any other building here, doesn't it?
It almost feels like Trans-Allegheny a little bit. I'm getting that same vibe that we got there.
That's ironic because I wasn't going to say it, but that's what I was thinking.
What's interesting is I feel like Cresson is a very different animal than any other paranormal location that you can investigate, because most haunted locations only have one tragic use for them. You go to an asylum, or you go to a prison, or you go to a tuberculosis hospital. They were really never used for anything else. But here at Cresson, you could run into the spirit of a young child who succumbed to tuberculosis, or you could run into a violent convict who's out for revenge against society for what they were put through after their incarceration. You never know what you're gonna get here at Cresson, and I think that makes it one of the most special haunted locations that we've ever investigated.
Agreed.
Definitely.
if there's anyone here, any children, any prisoners, we're gonna come upstairs. You're more than welcome to reach out and touch us, say something to us, let us know that you're here. We're gonna be here later on tonight when the sun goes down. And we'd love to find out who you are, and we'd love to find out what life was like here for you. If you have a message to send, now's the time to tell us.
You can tell the heat is pretty serious in the summertime when you look at the fans in there. They look like a weeping willow.
They're wilting.
Crazy.
Hold on, wait.
What?
I just heard footsteps right here.
Okay.
The reason I looked in is I thought that continued on, and I was hearing your guys' footsteps, but it was just like right here in this doorway. It was like this.
Do you think you caught it?
I had to have.
That's creepy. You can follow us around.
Yeah, feel free to follow us around and see where all we're going. That was pretty cool.
The energy is there. You can feel it the minute that you start driving up to the prison, and it just continues through the night. You know, different buildings give you different feelings, and you can tell kind of the difference between your prison energy versus your tuberculosis sanatorium energy, and it's fascinating to me.
Ooh.
Okay, this is creepy.
Yeah, there is a different feeling down here.
Yeah.
Door shuts behind.
There are some nights where you can walk on the property and you can feel this heavy, dark energy. Whatever this thing is has the power to put this whole heaviness on the property, and I think that that's a correct assumption, at least in my opinion, that, you know, it is a dark energy that has this weird power.
Yes, here it is.
Oh, the tunnel entrance.
The tunnel entrance is right here. I was walking through with the gimbal filming B-roll, and I was alone in the building filming it because you guys were up collecting your recorder from the RHU. And I was standing right here filming a shot right down through into this tunnel. And I don't know if I was recording at the time that it happened. I hope I was, but if I wasn't, oh well. But I heard very distinct footsteps up above, which would have been right about at the front entrance of the building. Would have been right at about the front door, that main lobby where we first walked in, and you said, wow, this is cool, this is creepy. It sounded like someone was walking up there, not just a couple of footsteps, full on 8, 10, maybe even 12 footsteps, like someone walked straight down through there. So my natural thought was, you guys are coming in to the building because you know I'm in here, you're gonna come and find me and help me shoot B-roll. So I didn't really record or document anything. But I walked all the way back upstairs, walked all through the first floor. There was nobody there. I was the only one in the building, and it was freaky. Because if you think about it, not just the tunnels, but this whole grounds, this complex, if there are spirits that move between the buildings, people believe that, you know, there are some spirits that are trapped and they're bound to the buildings that they're in. But if most of these buildings are connected by this tunnel system, who knows how many travel or what entities or spirits travel back and forth through these underground tunnels.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't know who or what is traveling from building to building, like you said. And should we take the route that maybe those spirits walk?
Yeah, you want to walk all the way to the chapel?
Let's do it.
To the chapel we go.
Let's go. Oh, wow.
I've had my own experiences in the tunnel where we've heard people walking around and there's been obviously no one there that we can see. And I think that, it seems more residual at times, so it's just back and forth workers walking, you know, to and from whichever building they're going to, but it's definitely, they're still there in the tunnels.
And now, as you can see, they have a lot of these pipes running through here, a lot of plumbing, a lot of water. But who knows, you know, when this was a tuberculosis hospital and someone passed away in one of these buildings, this would be a very convenient way to get those people out without, kind of like at Waverly Hills Sanatorium with the body chute. You know, because as we found out last night, the tunnels used to connect to that morgue building.
Yes.
So there could have been bodies that were brought through here at some point in time.
Yeah. God, it just keeps getting more and more narrow.
And shorter and shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
This is the chapel right here, I believe. Up we go.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Grace Chapel. It was built in 1914, so it is one of the oldest buildings on campus. Because there were so many different religions that were being practiced at the sanatorium from all the different types of patients that would come there, that's why they named it Grace Chapel, just because it was a neutral name. And then in terms of paranormal activity, there's a lot in the chapel. Some nights it can be absolutely silent, and it's really odd to walk in there. It's pitch black and there's nothing going on. And then some nights, my very first night there, I actually jumped out the back door because we were the only people in the chapel, my friend and I, and heard something bang on one of the pews so loud that I just full on jumped out the back door. So
there's a lot of activity that people can't explain in this chapel, stuff that really makes them scratch their head, because this was a place of worship, a place of religion, a place of God. But yet somehow, in some way, people experience dark activity in this chapel. There have been people that have reported being scratched in here, seeing a crawler come down the aisleways, across the ceiling, up the walls, and even a mimic. People hear their own voice. People hear their friends' voices.
They describe it as like it's a black figure, kind of like really long arms, and it crawls up it will crawl out of the door frame and up onto the ceiling. And I had a friend who saw it, and you know, she said it came out from the door on the right and just put its like claws almost onto the door frame and then crawled up the ceiling and across.
It's very interesting. And I will say, Amy and Jared last night, when we took the prison aspect of Cresson, they also took the sanatorium aspect on their first night. So we flip-flopped. So they investigated in here last night, and they were running Ghost Tube Seer, and apparently captured a very creepy image on Seer that they believe could connect to that crawler that people see in here. Have you seen the image?
No.
Yeah? You haven't seen it? Mm-mm. She sent it to me just before we came over here. So this,
oh, Jesus.
What? Is the image that they captured.
I mean, that looks like what I would think a crawler would look like.
Oh my gosh, that's creepy.
Wow.
If you'd like to see the moment that Amy and Jared had this strange image come through the Ghost Tube Seer, be sure to watch their episode on the Amy's Crypt channel. And also prepare to watch their second Cresson investigation from this week, as they'll be focusing on the cells in prison buildings while we investigate the sanatorium. There are 2 parts to this investigation tonight, so make sure you check out both videos.
Oh yeah, because if we get something similar like that, in whatever way, that is going to be terrifying.
The tunnel ends here.
Oh.
It just pops out into building 5. So where we're walking now, this is building 5.
So this is the old admin?
Yes, this is the tuberculosis administration building. When Steve and I came in here for the first time in 2021, we entered through the front door here, and we ended up coming up the stairs, and when we got right about here, as I was getting ready to walk into the building, it's like I got hit with this very strong spider web sensation, like to the point where I thought I walked through like a spider nest, like huge web.
Cobwebs. I got spider webs on my arm right now. It's in the middle of the room. Why would there be spider webs right here?
And I was flailing around trying to get it off, and Steve was like, I don't see anything on you. And he had a flashlight and he's shining it around. He's like, I don't see any web residue, like there's nothing around here. And they say you get that feeling when you walk through that energy. It's like some sort of energy form that feels like static that gives you that same feeling of like spider webs. It was very... I just heard it again. Sound like a woman singing. Amy, Jared? This is the end of building 5 and it connects back into building 6, which is now the cafeteria and the kitchen of the prison. But I swear I thought I just heard voices from down here.
Yeah. Amy, Jared, are you down there?
While in Building 5, we thought we heard voices that were singing, but they were way too far off to be captured by any of our microphones, so it's hard to tell if this is paranormal or Amy and Jared walking somewhere outside as they navigate between the buildings. But the idea of it possibly being unexplained gave Dave an idea.
Remember we just left the chapel where the mimicker thing, the mocking thing.
You think it followed us over here?
Maybe. I don't know. That's weird that we just started hearing a woman once we got into this building.
And I heard what could have been even a woman in the tunnel. It was very faint. I mean, it could have been me, but that's a good point.
I don't know. Like, I'm not saying it was like mimicking Amy or mimicking Miranda or anything like that, but just those are the only 2 women here with us and they're both accounted for.
Yeah, if it was closer and clearer, we'd be able to know exactly if there was any mimicking going on, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. It was just a thought. I'm not saying that's what it was, but
yeah. It's a good point though, because we did just leave the chapel up there.
But as we move up to the 2nd floor, we encounter a problem. A problem that is probably going to make it hard to finish exploring this building.
Are we doing much more?
No.
Okay, because I'm about to literally my pants.
Okay.
Like any second. So I may need to hand this off or we may need to wrap this up.
Yeah, let's just walk down this way and then because this is the 2nd floor.
Okay, here. I'm gonna have to go, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I cannot wait. Don't know how to get out of here.
Don't forget to turn your mic off.
I won't. How do I get out of here?
When you get to the stairs, can you go left and head towards the front door?
Okay.
Oh, literally. Hopefully he can, because right now I'm turned around. I don't even know which way is front or back.
Dave? He must have found it. Well, with that and Dave having to run off to go use the restroom because he couldn't wait any longer, are you 2 ready? I know Dave is ready. As soon as he's back in fighting shape, he'll be ready to go. But are you ready to investigate the tuberculosis hospital side of Cresson Sanatorium, the SAN, to see what waits for us not only in these buildings, but in the tunnels that go underneath?
Let's get straight into it.
Let's do it.
I'm excited.
Let's do it. All right, so we are getting ready to leave building 1 completely empty. We didn't get to do an abandonment last night, which would have been last week's episode because we also had paranormal encounters here with us. We didn't want to inhibit anyone's ability to investigate places that they wanted to, but because it's just us and Amy and Jared tonight, they're covering the prison buildings. Building 1 is going to be for us. They did it last night. They're not going to be coming in here. We have the building wired with cameras, one right here on the 1st floor hallway, pointing straight down this hallway towards the main foyer area, that entrance, which also has an action cam running, covering the other 2 doorways. So we're going to try and cover as much of this 1st floor as we possibly can. Up on the 2nd floor, we have another camera pointing down that long hallway. There's a Mel meter up there, more of those vibration activated cat balls in case the children want to play with that. Who knows what's going to happen with these lights and toys set up. There could be a child spirit that wants to communicate or just wants to play with the stuff that we set up.
Hopefully.
Our final camera's down in the basement. Now remember, I heard those footsteps from up here on this first level when I was down there getting a shot right at the mouth of the tunnel entrance. So we have a camera set up at the mouth of the tunnel entrance with the paranormal music box. So if anyone walks from that tunnel entrance back towards the camera or vice versa, that paranormal music box should alarm. We also have a laser grid set up down there pointing down that tunnel and in that main entrance to the tunnel. So if there's any shadow movement or anything that we can't physically fully see, those lasers are going to be disrupted and it will be very visible and easy to see on camera. So we're going to leave this empty and see what happens. We're going to go eat some food, come back, gather this up and tackle this sanatorium section of Cresson.
Oh yeah.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. You want to give him one, Dave?
Yes. We're leaving!
Off we go.
The drama.
I know.
Secrets out.
We had no idea that as we were leaving, the camera at the mouth of the tunnel was already capturing something strange. Within the lasers, in the middle of the doorway, something moves from left to right at a fast pace. We're not sure if this is something moving within the lasers or if this is a separate light anomaly altogether. But either way, we have no explanation for it. What do you think it is? Let us know in the comments below.
All right, so we came back from abandonment and Dave came up here to collect this camera and it was off, which always signifies to us that the battery is dead. But here's the problem. This was a brand new battery. And when we went to look at it, as you can see, I don't know if you can film this, Jason, and see this. Look at the time on the battery on that screen, if you can zoom in. This still has 2 hours and 32 minutes of battery life on this camera. So why the camera just shut off, we don't know, but we found how long the clip ran and we're gonna watch that point now to see if anything happened when this went off. From what we could tell, it recorded, yep, there it goes. It shut off the night vision at 42 minutes and 20 seconds, and then it just stopped.
But there's no reasoning for that.
No, there's nothing there that happens. There's no reasoning. Even in, like, that was the playback mode, so usually there's less battery in the record mode. But even in the record mode, there's 1 hour and 21 minutes of battery left. It's almost fully charged.
Yeah.
So how this camera, with a fully charged battery, recorded for 42 minutes and then 15 minutes before we got back, it just completely shut down the camera for no reason at all. I don't know.
It's bizarre.
It's weird. So, and these are the brand of batteries that are made by the camera manufacturer. They're not some off-brand battery that's gonna malfunction, you know, so I really don't have any sort of explanation as to why that happened. We can't say that it's paranormal, but it's very strange because we've never had one of these cameras do that before. They're always tried and true with the battery life, and they will not just shut off on their own unless the battery is dead. So
I think that's a good sign of what's to come on our investigation here a little bit later.
yeah, maybe we should come up here and start this session on this second floor, work our way down through, and then go into the basement and head to the tunnels from there.
Let's do it. Let's go re-battery things up and get started.
Let's get started.
Okay, rolling, rolling, rolling. This is Fleer at Cresson.
Who you're talking to?
It does do audio, but it's out of sync. Sorry.
I was just about to say, damn it, you just told me don't record audio. You start talking, you're not talking to me.
All right, so we are getting started up here on the second floor of building 1, the education building, and also the school when this was a tuberculosis hospital. We had a weird experience happen with the camera that was set up here for abandonment. So we are set up in that exact spot to see if there's any...
Whoa. What?
That's the one down there.
Wait. That's never gone off.
I'm rolling.
You like that light?
Shot.
I could feel that, guys, when I was down there setting that up. We put that there for you. Can you try touching that toy again?
Whoa, music box now.
It's coming this way.
Dude.
Hello, how are you doing?
Can you touch this one now? That was weird. You were right. That went off at the end of the hallway.
Yeah.
And now the music box is going off. Do you like all these toys? Come closer to us if you can. My name's Ryan.
When we were getting set up, I don't know if we were recording, but I was talking to the children and told them that we brought this music here for them. So.
Oh wow. This battery that was at an hour just a second ago is now at 0.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, no way. It's getting closer.
Are you for real right now? Are you getting close to me? Get a shot of this.
Yeah, let's.
Jason. Let me show you really quick. Literally, it just energy low.
Whoa.
What happened?
Were you filming down there?
Well,
he was filming my screen.
I saw something go across the hallway and cut out the blue light from the spirit
let's just
pod.
kind of see what happens, because if it's a kid, we don't want to scare him away.
This shadow that Dave saw was not captured on the wide-angle camera. At least not that I could tell.
Oh, it just energy low.
Whoa.
What happened?
Were you filming down there?
One thing is for certain, though. It seems that we're in the presence of someone, and that someone is moving down the hallway, closer to us.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, no way. It's getting closer.
Dude, when you said you felt like something was getting closer to us, that was like spot on, because it has come down the hallway.
Yeah.
Piece of equipment by piece of equipment, it has come down that hallway.
Let's go back this way just a little bit.
Okay. Hold on, where am I? Okay.
Can you try playing with all those toys?
Can you come down and touch that green light again? You only made it flicker once last time.
Something just told me to do this, so I'm going to do it. I'm gonna sit down here and play if you wanna play. My favorite is the blue one all the way at the end of the hall. Can you show me which one is your favorite?
They like that music box.
Is that your favorite? Okay, well, I'm gonna move because you got real quiet once I sat down here. Ryan's coming down with another toy for you.
Okay, that's working.
Whoa, it's following you, Ryan.
Oh, shit. Are you following me?
Grandmother.
Follow Ryan down there and see what that toy is that he has.
I put it right here on this heater. Can you touch that blue one again there? We really thought that was cool that you set that one off. No one's ever touched that one for us yet. What if I turn my back to it? Will you touch it then? Whoa. Music box right in front of me again.
Yeah.
Now's your chance. You can slam a door too, that'd be funny. Did you go to school here?
There's a car out there.
No, I just heard something in this room. It was definitely in this room.
Whoa.
That wasn't me. Who's in here? Whoa. That was right beside my head on the wall.
How?
I don't know how. That's what we're trying to figure out. I'm gonna go back to my friends down here. Feel free to play with this stuff.
Grandfather.
It said grandmother and then grandfather?
Yeah, and it just said doll.
And it's a doll?
We didn't bring any dolls.
We can bring you a doll next time we come here. Would you like that?
Finish.
If you want us to bring your doll next time, can you touch one of these toys and let us know for yes?
I want to try something. Miranda.
Yeah.
Can you walk down the hallway here? Miranda's coming down. Would you like to play with her?
I scared myself. It doesn't help that like everything looks so weird. Like the lights and everything, what with only having one contact in.
I'm sure.
Can you show Miranda which toy is your favorite?
I think I have a cat ball too.
Oh, that's a good point.
I do, yep. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Wow, look at that one.
Do you want to play with the ball with me?
Whoa.
Yeah, wasn't that pretty? Can you push it towards me?
What if they were on this side of the music box, and when she set that down and asked if they wanted to play with the ball, they had to walk in front of it? That's kind of creepy. Yeah. Can you roll that ball back?
Children.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow. That's creepy.
We'd love to know your name. My name is Jason. This is Dave in front of me, and then Ryan and Miranda.
Were there a lot of children that passed away here at Cresson? At the San? Can you roll that little ball back to Miranda?
At this point, only having one contact lens is starting to give Miranda a headache, so she'll need to go back to the base camp and get her glasses. I decide to accompany her to make sure she makes it safely.
Miranda needs to take out a contact and put her glasses on because one of them came loose. So I'm gonna go with her, take her back to base camp. And Dave had the idea that maybe there's too many people up here, so I'm gonna give him this camera and we are gonna exit the building and head back to base camp, so we'll see what happens. Okay, it's just me and Jason now. Can you do what you did earlier and start at the end of the hallway and play with each one of those toys as you come up this way?
What was that?
Okay, that was the music box. Can you try the one with the blue light all the way at the end?
Please don't be afraid of us. We'd love to get to meet you and talk with you for a little bit.
All right, so Miranda and I are back here at base camp, and we got her glasses. She's contact-free, glasses on. And while we were here, I figured I'd grab this camera and let you guys know that we were back here in a separate building, back at the base camp building. And we are going to leave now and start heading back and meet back up with Dave and Jason, who are still over in building 1 up on the 2nd floor. So, ready to head back?
Ready?
Let's do it.
Grandfather.
Again? What about your grandfather? Do you miss him?
Are you here? Are you here because your grandparents are sick?
Do you want to play a game? Can you make a knocking sound and we'll try and come find you? All right, we heard you. We're going to try and come find you. Are you in here? Are you down this hall? If you are, can you knock again?
Knock, knock, wherever you are.
I'm coming up.
Our friend Ryan is back.
It seems all the activity on the 2nd floor has stopped, and absolutely nothing was captured on the thermal imaging camera on the 1st floor. So it's time for us to head to the basement, where the 7-foot-tall shadow lurks. From here, we'll be able to access the tunnels that lead to the other buildings. But unfortunately, Miranda's situation with her contact lenses earlier has triggered a migraine, and she'll have to step away from the investigation for a little bit.
So we're gonna go ahead and start our investigation in the basement here. We have all the equipment set up. The tunnels are straight ahead. We're gonna start this session by just being quiet to see what we can hear and pick up on without any talking or sound. You're gonna walk down that way? Okay. Listen. It's back here.
With all three of us standing still, we hear two distinct footsteps, as if someone is walking very slowly, and it sounds like it came from the direction of the tunnel.
Listen. Listen. I thought I was hearing like similar, like the same footstep type sounds I was hearing earlier, but not as loud and not as prolonged.
So down closer to you?
It was like down here, yeah. If there's anyone down here, could you please come out and show yourself? Touch one of the red lights or the blue light here. Or move something or say something to Jason. Do you ever use these tunnels to get between the buildings, to move around? If there's anyone down here, come up to me and touch this box in my hand so we know that you're here. Or speak through this box in my hand. Did I say touch this box in my hand? Jesus Christ. If there's anyone here, come up and speak through this box in my hand so we know that you're here. Is there someone down here that people see as a shadow? Does it say me?
I didn't hear anything.
Someone just speak through this? Could you come through more clearly, please?
You want to walk down that hall?
Down this way?
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of us. Please come out and speak. Are you an inmate or are you a patient from the SAN?
Were you here because you were sick?
Can you tell us what happens to us after we die? I think that just said go home.
I thought I heard that too, but I didn't say anything.
Where is home? Did you hear that? Sound like a woman went,
Yeah.
Who's cursing at us?
Me.
Why are you cursing at us? Do you have something to say? Do you have a problem with us? I'm gonna give you one more chance to talk and answer questions, and then I'm gonna turn this box off and we're gonna go down the tunnel. Can you tell me why you're here? Who are you?
It's dead down here.
Yeah, I don't feel anything down here either.
No.
There's definitely an energy on that upstairs. Second floor, even a little bit on the first floor, but down here, I'm not feeling anything.
No, are you, Jason?
No, not really.
So we are walking down the tunnel now to the chapel. We have all of our stuff saddled up, and I have this camera pointing behind us so that as we walk down the tunnel, if something tries to come up behind us, we're gonna see it. So Jason's live listening to his audio recorder, and if anything tries to speak to us, he'll capture it. If there's anyone in these tunnels, you can come out and talk to us. If you want to walk up behind us, you can.
If you can hear our voices, can you speak as loud and clearly as you can for us, please?
Wow. Of course it did.
Sure you don't want me to carry something, man?
Well, we made it to the chapel.
Still works.
Startled me.
Sorry.
That was loud.
We've officially made our way up the first part of the tunnel system to the basement of the chapel. Let's see if we can go in and find this crawler or mimicker or whatever they call it.
Yeah, and Jason, do you want to put on the lens and try Ghost Tube Seer in here? Because Amy caught some really creepy images in here when her and Jared tried it in here last night.
Sure.
And it'll be your first experience wearing the lens.
Yeah, I'll do it. Heck yeah.
Let's try it.
do it.
Let's go.
Okay, so Jason has wearing the lens right now, the Ghost Tube lens in the chapel here. It is like the normal ghost tube, and it picks up on environmental readings, but then instead of choosing words from the magnetic readings and saying them out loud, it runs them through an image generator, which will then generate images based off of what it is picking up. So we'll see what kind of images he gets sitting here in the chapel where there's supposedly a crawler and a mimic, something dark that is said to show itself to people and even scratch people. Still static, Jason?
Yes. Started out with an image of like a softball looking thing.
Softball?
Yeah, or like a volleyball.
So we're here to talk to anyone who wants to talk to us, but we heard stories about people being scratched, people being attacked in here, and even seeing a dark figure crawling and scurrying and intimidating people, or even mimicking people's voices. Our friend here is wearing this strange looking thing, and our friends that created it think that you may be able to send us a message through pictures to show us what you are, or who you are, or what it is people deal with in here. So can you walk up to him and create an image for him as to what you look like? Bound and determined. He's a bull in a china shop today, folks. You can also show us you're here by touching these lights that we have set up in the aisle.
Is there anybody here for service?
See an image of what looks to be an old style looking bedroom. Old furniture. There's pillows on the bed, but there's something else on the bed and I can't identify it.
What are you showing Jason? If you're here with us, can you move something or make a loud sound so we know where you are? Let's walk towards the back and away from him, and maybe someone will be more likely to walk over to him and give him an image.
Are you all behind or in front of me?
We're off to your left.
Okay.
Towards the back.
Jason's up there by himself now. Now's your chance.
Did somebody conjure or summon a spirit of negativity in here?
You know, a couple of years ago now, we spoke to a gentleman who used to be an inmate here, and he said that he knew people, even a preacher and a rabbi, who believed that there was an evil Paul, some evil force here at Cresson that made good people do bad things. Is that same crawling, mimicking, scratching shadow creature that people see? Ooh, I got chills.
See an image of a building, some type of structure. On top of it, it looks like either a candle or the bottom of like a lamp, because it has like a base on it. But it's on the roof.
What type of building would you say it is? Modern? Old?
Well, kind of has like a timeless design to it. Looks like it's maybe like a four-sided building, which I guess most buildings are. I don't know, like a five-sided building, it looked like a strange shape.
Huh. So we got a timeless building with 4 sides. That really paints a picture.
That's hilarious. I don't believe there's a spirit or an entity in here that is negative or is a crawler or anything, a mimicker, anything like that in here. Can you prove me wrong?
See these lights right here in the aisle? Walk up to it and do this. Can you do that? You could even do it on that little one down there at the end. Very, very quiet so far.
Yeah, it is very quiet.
Can you show Jason who you are? Show him an image of what you look like. Whoever you are, whoever's here, whoever can hear my voice, can you walk up to Jason and show him you or how you see yourself?
Getting an image now of, again, it looks like a surrealist painting or something, but looks like a face in the top left corner. Looks like it could be a face up in the top center, and it's kind of moving, or it's got something green in front of its mouth and looks like long, stringy, pink hair. I mean, I don't... Yeah, I have no idea how to describe it.
Huh.
But it's moving. It just looks like it's closing its eyes and opening. And
Ew, that's strange.
Is that what you look like? If that is what you look like, touch one of the lights in the aisleway. In the aisle. Can you scream in here? To show us that you can hear us? Be interesting to try something here to see if it actually works. I'm going to sit here for a second and try and think negative thoughts to see if maybe this is some sort of PK energy situation. Conjure up something from negative emotion and negative brain activity, if that makes sense.
can you come up to me and show me your light? Okay. I'm seeing what appears to be 2 apples, and the apple closer to me has like a red discoloration in it. They're yellow, but the red comes and goes, and in the middle of it, it looks like there's a hole in the apple where you can see inside of it.
It's very random. You know, the more we sit here and don't have any response or anything relevant, the more we're going to think that there's nobody here. Is that what you want? You want people to just leave you alone?
I mean, it is absolutely stark quiet in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to me it feels calm, peaceful.
It does.
With the chapel completely silent, and only 1 hour left in our investigation here at Cresson Sanatorium and Prison, we decide to pack up all of our equipment and make our way to Building 5.
Okay, Jason, look straight down, look down again. You'll see where you can stop recording. All right.
But after Jason stopped recording on the seer, before we could shut it off completely, this strange image came through. Remember this image, because it will connect in a very strange way later on. But it's back to the tunnels as we make our way to Building 5. And when we get there and start setting up for the Estes Method Spirit Box session, Miranda returns, feeling better from her migraine. She's ready to join us for this final session.
I am sweeping.
All right, Ryan, can you hear us? All right, Ryan, we're going to shut off our cameras and head back down. Which one was that?
The Mel?
Okay.
That's the one closest to the action cam, right?
With the green light?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought I just heard a child's voice go, "Mom."
Ooh.
Creepy.
If there are any spirits in here, our friend Ryan is down at the end of the hall, sitting in a chair. He has a radio. And you can give answers to him because me, Jason, and Miranda are going to ask you questions and we'd like for you to respond through him. Can you tell us what your name is, please? Who was it that was touching that device right there with the red screen and the green light on it?
Can you touch it again for us?
I thought I just heard a man's voice say, "Hear it." And then another female voice came through, but I was talking, so I missed it. Oh, I thought I just heard a man's voice say, "Hear it." And then another female voice came through, but I was talking, so I missed it.
Come on out. Come on out and play. We just want to talk and hear your story.
Man said, "Here."
Okay. If you're here, can you touch one of these devices here with the red lights on them? Let's walk on down this way.
Okay.
Can you tell us why you're here? Can you tell us your name,
Very
please?
staticky voice said, "Over here."
Ooh. Over where? Can you knock?
If you can give us a sound to show us where you are, that would be a great help.
Get her out.
Can you tell Ryan if you want me to leave?
Thought I heard a man's voice go, "No women."
Jesus.
If you don't want me here, though, make one of those lights go off.
No.
Come on, we're needing you to communicate with us, please. Just a little more.
I just felt a pressure on my back.
Come on out and make yourself known.
No worries.
Oh my God.
That door moved right there.
Did you hear before that too?
Yeah. Open it. Open that door.
Come on in. Are you sure it was that door or in one of the off rooms?
It sounded like that door right there.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That door moved right there.
That step was right behind
I feel a
me.
very cold energy in front of me, right in front of my face.
Who is this that we're dealing with? What's your name?
Very interesting.
Oh, man's voice, but I couldn't make that one out. I was thinking about the cold energy. Gotta review it.
Tell us your
No
name.
more.
Do you see us down here? I imagine you do.
It sounded like a man said, "You see me?" And then it sounded like he said, "We're sick."
No, we cannot
Oh my
see
God, it's
you.
getting so cold in front of me.
We would like to see you.
Hey.
How many people are here right now?
We're sorry to hear that you're sick. Do you have tuberculosis?
Okay, I don't know if this is paranormal, but
That way.
You're starting to what?
I feel nauseous again.
Really?
Yeah. All of a sudden, too.
Are you affecting Miranda? Are you making her feel bad?
Wimp.
Rude.
I think they're talking directly to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, rude.
Why do you not like Miranda in here?
Yeah, why don't you want me in here?
We're gonna walk back closer to you. If that upsets you, let us know.
We'll follow her.
Ooh,
Wow.
Jesus. That put the hair up on the back of my neck.
You have been following Miranda all night, haven't you? Ooh, do you feel that cold air?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, you can't follow Miranda outside of this building anymore.
Just heard that kid again, said something about my mom.
The kid.
No. Miranda's not your mom.
Are you looking for your mom?
I find it strange that we started off in what we believe is the children's building. And we had a lot of activity in there. And then Miranda fell ill.
Mm-hmm.
Miranda went back to the base camp. All activity stopped. And then in the base camp, she was having weird things happen in there.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we're back here, it seems to me, and he even said it sounded like a child.
Right.
I'm just wondering if maybe some child spirit over there saw Miranda and thought that she looked like their mother or something like that and has been following her around the campus.
Right.
Is that true?
And now we circle back to this. The image that came through Seer after Jason had taken the lens off. The image that appears to be a mother and child. All the pieces of this puzzle are coming together. Could Dave be right? Did a child in Building 1 notice Miranda, think she was their mom, and follow her ever since. It's hard to tell when this child lost their mom. Children who got sick were dropped off by their parents and never saw them again, taken at a young age by the White Plague. It's a sad thought to think a child could be lost here for almost a century, just looking for their mom.
I'm gonna cry.
Do you want to explain to them, Miranda, that you're not their mom?
I'm not your mommy, honey.
Oh man, that's got me like a little bit emotional.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how the afterlife works, but maybe if you see a light, you can go towards it.
Head up.
And you'll find your mommy there.
I'm sorry, but Miranda is not your mother. And you can't follow her anymore. Okay?
Around you.
How close to us are you? Are you close enough to touch that device with the green light on it? Unfortunately, I think that this is going to have to be the conclusion to our second night here at Cresson. It's been an awesome experience. And before we shut everything down, though, we need to go down, pull Ryan out of the Estes, and just check up on him, see how he's doing. So,
Yeah.
let's head down there. It's us.
Yes.
This has been an incredible and eye-opening investigation at Cresson Sanatorium and Prison.
Whoa! What?
We experienced and captured things on these 2 nights that challenged our minds and emotions.
Whoa.
The f was that, man? Hello?
Dude, no way, it's getting closer.
I don't think I've ever had the music box respond and interact on command like that.
Oh man, that's got me like a little bit emotional.
Yeah.
And none of that would have ever happened if it wasn't for Amy and Jared. We're so grateful to them for inviting us here on their investigation. So make sure you all go and subscribe to Amy's Crypt, watch all their videos, and check out GhostTube. Their creation has spread globally and is quickly becoming one of the most accessible and useful tools in the paranormal field today. So do whatever you can to show your love to them. As for us, our paranormal quest continues, so subscribe to the channel and leave us a comment down below with your thoughts on this investigation of Cresson. We appreciate all of you and can't wait to bring you along on our next adventure on this paranormal quest.